Hey, what's up, everybody? Hey, mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Ewe, ewe, ewe. Yeah. So I do a little side work. I also double as a DJ. What they call it? Yeah, the DJ.
Right,
When you do
DJ.
the, I'm spinning on the ones and twos, man. So I do a little bit of everything, man. I got a regular 9 to 5, and I do this, and I also DJ too. So if you want somebody to come to your birthday party, your bar mitzvah, or your kids, whatever it is, man. Look, I'm coming and I'm
Mm-hmm.
bringing my turntables, and we're gonna go ahead and do the ones and twos. What that thing at? Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna come in there like that. So anyway, welcome to today's episode, man. As you can see, look, I'm just gonna be straight up honest with you before we jump into it. I'm not a happy camper, okay? What about you?
Same.
I'm
A lot of
not really a
questions,
happy
man.
camper, man. I got too many questions. Like I feel a certain kind of way, man. Like man, there's too much going on right now. So today we're gonna be talking about the Epstein files, y'all, and the shameful, intentionally worded on that there, the title. The shameful responses to the Epstein scandal. Cause guess what? Make no mistake about it, boy, it's really a scandal for real, boy. People tripping, man, out here, man. I feel, man, I'm irritated today, man. You know how like you be getting like a little what they call it, a little sticker, not the sticker bird. Exactly. The little what the little thing called the little needles you get in your finger. You know how something
From the
like it
grass
be
outside. It's like
yeah,
sticky
something like
bird,
that.
sticker bird.
Not the sticker burl
Uh,
though, but it's like a little thing. Say you get like a little one of them little needles in your finger, and it's like right
uh,
under your skin, and you know
right.
it's there, but you
Mm-hmm.
can't pull it out,
Right.
kind of. Man,
Right.
that's how I
Yeah.
feel right now. I feel like I got one of them things in my skin.
Keep pricking you, man. You
Yeah,
trying
and
to
it's
get that
like
thing
when
out.
you do like that, it
Or hurt
hurt,
more, yeah.
but you can't pull it out because it's like right under your skin, and like no matter what you do,
Mm-hmm.
it's still man. That's how I feel today, boy. Cause we getting ready to bring it to it. So first of all, I'm sorry, guys. I was rude. Y'all make sure y'all like and subscribe to the channel if you have not already done so. Like, if this your first time listening, make sure you see it at the bottom. Like and subscribe to the podcast, man. Don't just be, don't just have like you know how you be talking to somebody and or you be sitting by yourself and there's two people to your side talking and you ear hustling like you got your ear to their conversation, you not involved with it. Don't be getting free conversations, man. We need you to go ahead and like and subscribe. Like stop being unsubscribed and listening. Go ahead and like and subscribe to your boys, man. We ain't trying to do nothing, man. We ain't hurting nobody. We ain't doing nothing. So like and subscribe to the podcast. Also, comma, if you have any questions or inquiries, hit us at that email right there that you see, Rocking Chair Chronicles 904 at gmail.com. That's
Rocking Chair Chronicles 904 at gmail.com.
but that boy was struggling a little bit on the low. Y'all saw that boy look like he couldn't really read the thing on the thing. So if y'all got any kind of inquiries, questions, anything, suggestions, hit us in that email, man, and we will take it under consideration. There we go. We're gonna take
Mm-hmm.
it under consideration when you send us the email. So, man, we about to really jump into it, man. So go ahead and pull up your chairs and let's talk about this whole Epstein mess. Now, let me just say this here before we start. We are not so much concerned about, because I know people gonna be wondering, we not so much concerned about the names that's on these files, this list or whatever it is, right? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm sure if you've been keeping your ear to the ground on this, you've probably seen all kind of purported names on the list, whether it's legit or not. Like I'm not really interested in that because there's so much fake stuff coming out with it.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know, we ain't trying to, put nobody name out there, man. The people ain't in there, man. That's crazy. But a boy mess around might say we in the files or something,
Right.
man.
That's a
Something
joke now, man. Be like, man, ain't your name in the files, man. You
hey
in the
man.
Epstein files.
Hey, yeah, you know what? That's gonna be a joke.
It is.
That's
It is.
gonna be
I done heard
about
it.
5, 6 years down the road. But at least my name ain't in them files. Well, you just never know what might happen. Way.
Uh-huh.
One thing about it, well, we gonna find a way to roast somebody on something. But that might be the new roast. Yeah, your name in them files though. Ooh, everybody be like,
Uh-huh.
ooh, that's gonna be it right there, boy. Hey, we go cook somebody when you put that line in there right there, boy. So, man, look. So we're not really concerned about names of people who may or may not be in there. I don't really want to talk about that. If you know me and you know us,
Mhm.
we are always concerned about responses and reactions to things. Like, because I think that's very telling. Oh, and by the way, something happened like yesterday too. People cutting up about it a little bit. We talked about it
Mhm.
earlier. This man done forgot already. Like we literally just talked about it
Man,
when we came here today. But
we
don't mention it though. Yeah, we was over
no,
there.
not gonna mention it.
The little thing, the video.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah, yeah, for sure.
we
Yeah.
like watching reactions
Um,
to things, see how people react. Let everybody blow up and I'm so appalled to do all their little thing. Then we just step
right.
back in the cut, see what's going on, and then say something or not say something. But anyway, this right here, this little Epstein thing been going on around for a little while, so we about to get ready to talk
Mm-hmm.
about that there, man. So I know the first thing like with me, I'm like, man, I had never heard of this dude. I have never
Right.
heard of this dude prior to when they first really brought him to us.
Yeah, I only it was because I didn't hear about it because I was young when 2008 was the first time he got arrested, right? He avoided federal prosecution. But it was
I
the
don't know,
second
something
time
like
he
that.
he got arrested when I was 20, what, 16?
18, something like that. I think it
Yeah,
was
that's
during
when
Trump first term.
right. It's the
I
second
think it
time, so
was,
that's when
yeah.
I really started to find out who Jeffrey
Right.
Epstein was,
Yeah.
and then
Hmm.
later on he allegedly unalived himself. Then they released,
Allegedly.
yeah, they released all these documentaries and whatnot. So that's when around that time I came across his name.
Yeah. That's the first time I
Yeah,
ever heard about him. And now they
hmm
got, little interviews that he had
yeah,
with people and things. I'm like, man, this like this dude just dropped off of planet Mars to America when they
all right.
first brought him
Maybe
to me.
it was probably designed that way to be that way.
Yeah, probably designed that way. That boy,
Yeah.
that boy kind of came in the like a thief in the night or something. Or he was just always playing the background, doing the
Hmm.
thing, and things was going good. Then I guess somebody felt like they needed to go with a move and go on get him. That's kind of how that stuff go. But I was also looking at like, okay, so this dude, like he studied math, and like we're not gonna spend
Hmm.
a whole lot of time on him per se, but it was just interesting to me at least just to see like where this man came from, like how he got his money, how was he
Hmm.
able? I think he had two private islands that he bought. I think one of them like for 70 million, maybe both for 70 million, or maybe it was just one for 70 million. But I'm like, man, how this man got all this grip like this? Like what did he do? And like he studied math. He was a math guy, so he studied math. It was a teacher. That made that's not a surprise. A lot of teachers get in that position just so they can, do things that they ought not to do with the people that they teaching. Okay,
Hmm.
so he was a teacher. Then he moved into finance because he liked math once again, and then he ended up working at Bear Stearns, I think is what it was in the
Hmm.
'70s. And then he founded his own management firm, financial management firm, where he started, watching over and managing the accounts of billionaire people. So I was like, okay, well then that makes sense because if he's a math guy and he's managing the accounts of people who are billionaires, they were paying him. Then he probably was paying himself out of the work he was doing. You know how it is. Like, man, billionaire, they got so much money. I guess he like they ain't gonna miss this. So that boy probably was just doing this thing, bop 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 on the side, and he started building up that wealth. And I think also they said he was. I think they say he played the stock market too. I think maybe it's what it was
Hmm.
on and invested in certain things.
Right, I'm pretty sure he was if he was managing
Yeah.
assets.
Mm-hmm.
Those
Yeah.
guys, yeah.
Yeah. Said he
So
was up there doing that.
yeah, man, he and then what's fascinating is the connections he had. It was man, look, it's a lot of stuff coming out now where you see sports guys, sport like baseball managers connected got connections with Epstein.
NFL owners, I think it was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
politicians. This is all just across all different types of careers and
Like
things
I
of that
had
nature.
his access. Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's like, and that's what kind of makes you upset. Just as a United States citizen, is you want to know these things. Like, hey, it seems like the scale of everything like it's large. operation.
It is,
And
man.
then, like I was talking with bro, um, seems like the only two, the main figureheads is what Jeffrey Epstein and
Just
Christine.
Lane.
How you pronounce
Just
it?
Lane Maxwell.
Maxwell. Oh, just
The
yeah.
co-defender, yeah.
Right. So I don't really hear any, anybody else, and you need more than two to run a network like that, sex trafficking network at that scale.
Hmm.
Come on, man. That's the thing. That what gets me.
Yeah, they say that he
So
was like the owner of all that mess. She basically
yeah.
was like the distributor.
Hmm.
And then everybody else will be the consumer
Right.
or the customers, the clients
Hmm.
from that stuff. So yeah, man, this man got all kind of
Hmm.
access to people. Um like that ain't and then that's not like it's like to me, I'm like, okay, come on, man. So how do you get all this access to people? Like rich and famous people.
Yeah,
Like you
man.
would to me, it would seem like and it's just me, like you got put in a certain position to be able to do that. And to be able to be
Hmm.
around the people that got put in places by other people to be able to, get around these people. Like
Perhaps,
regular
yeah.
people just can't do that. Like I don't know, like the amount of people this dude knew. Like even like the most famous of the famous person
Right.
don't know all the
Yeah,
amount of
man.
people that he knew
Right.
or that he knows. Y'all pick that up right there. Present tense right there, boy. Let that sit in your mind for a minute.
I don't know what sound this
So,
making.
oh, let me
Oh,
turn that off right there, man. Watch out, man. Man,
all right. That,
man,
that kind
that
of fit right there.
that dog was crazy, man. What kind of music that is, man, on this thing? So I just felt it was interesting because I had never, like, I heard of them, of course, it's like 2018, 2019 when it really all started jumping off. But then I was like, man, who in the world is this man? So
Right.
I just wanted to put that out there a little bit, just a little bit of the background of that boy. And so mainly I just kind of want to talk about like the responses again, like the reactions, the responses, what the government is or is not doing with this. So I think the big thing is this. So like let's kind of go back in time a little bit. So
Hmm.
I think everything really kind of started getting kicked off when they say that Epstein unalived himself, right? Himself. I think that's when everything started kind of kicking off, and then it will start being made more of a point of emphasis. Well, people wanted to know, well, why did he do that? So when people want to know why he did that, then people naturally just start digging in
Hmm.
and kind of seeing like, well, we need to know a little bit more about this person, like not just like I guess people in power, but like regular people like us, just kind of like, man, what? Well, wait a minute, why is this doing this? Like, why did he
Hmm.
do that or whatever? So all this little dark world that they will say that he was involved in with um trafficking of women, um, and even young ladies and things like that. A lot of things started opening up to it. So people started calling for that. Like people started clamoring for that. I want to say, was it? Did they do it in Biden's term? Like when they started clamoring for this list of associates and things? Because let's just think about it. If you are a big time trafficker of women, you have a list of clients. Like, let's just put that out. Let's start there. So we ain't trying to hear none of that talk about ain't
That's a
nobody. It was just him and
right.
Maxwell and all this here and all this that and the third. It wasn't nobody really. Come on now. Now we could just stop that right there. Put the brakes on that. It's a list of people. Like anybody who is involved in any illegal activities have a list
Hmm.
of people that they provide things for. Okay, come on
Right.
now. Now you
They
about to
keep
say
right.
something
No, I'm listening.
about
They definitely keeping the track of who they customers are. You
yeah,
gotta know who your customers
for
is.
real,
So
yeah. Like it ain't just
yeah.
like no, I just got all these services available and I
Right.
don't know who coming.
Hit me
Like
up anytime. Yeah.
yeah, no,
Come on
no, man,
now.
come on, y'all. Let's think a little
Right.
bit better than that. So now, then check this out. So I don't remember if it was like towards the end of Biden's term or what. I don't know. That it's really not
Yeah,
even
because I
kind of
don't
important.
remember. I don't really remember hearing it during Biden's term, like Jeffrey Epstein, like
I
them
don't know.
clamoring,
Yeah, I don't really
hey,
know.
release, release. It's
Yeah.
more so when
The second term,
Yeah,
Trump
Trump.
second
Yeah.
term, like when he was going on the campaign trail, I think he was getting
Cause
asked
I
about
mean,
it.
and a big reason why is because he kind of it's one of his campaign points
Yeah, that's why I
to
was gonna
release
bring it up.
the
They
those
were asking
files.
him
So
about it.
you know,
hmm They was
for a
asking him
reason
about
they
it.
was asking for it,
Yeah,
justifiably. So
and he
yeah,
said, yeah, I don't have no problem with doing it. You know, it's
yeah,
interesting because like this is we know how President Trump is, right? Like he always is like when he responds, and it looks like he he has intent with what he's saying. Let me see how I can say this. Like he has intent with what he's saying, and he looks like he's confident in saying. Like he could be dead wrong, but he at
hmm
least will look confident when he says it, right? You get what I'm getting
yeah.
at?
I see what you're saying.
But
Yeah.
like I started to notice, like anytime it came to anything related to Epstein, old boy was like he didn't seem like his normal self. Like it was always just, well, I don't have any problem with it, or why are we still talking about it? Like he wasn't
hmm
like like he wouldn't respond normally like he would respond to something that he wasn't necessarily a fan of. You get what I'm saying? Or
hmm
he'll um defer to Pam Bondi, his DOJ head, or the Attorney General. She is
hmm
the AG, right? Yeah, the AG. I think she's the Attorney General. Yes, she is the
hmm
Attorney General. I think she is. And yeah, that boy, when it comes to them Epstein question, that boy kind of get like, man, why are we still talking about he was a bad, nasty guy? And
Right.
let's just move on for the sake of the country.
Yeah,
And
I don't know about that, man. That I don't think it's a lot that we don't know,
yeah,
and I feel like the American public they should know.
mm-hmm,
'Cause like you were saying, man, it's a lot of people involved,
yep,
and then for you to think, you could be silly to think it's still not going on.
mm-hmm,
Somebody picking up the
slack.
slack. Yep.
That's why we
So
say allegedly unalive itself.
right,
You
yeah,
just,
that
hey,
boy. Hey
man.
man, hey, I don't put it past. You know, when you growing up, man, you watching movies, man, and you think a lot of the stuff doesn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
When you grow up, man, a lot of the stuff you see in movies be going on. I
It's
was just
like where
thinking
they
that the
get
other
it
day.
from. Yeah.
Yeah, right. I was like, what you need? It just don't pop out of
Where
nowhere,
they get that from,
you
man?
know.
Yeah, exactly.
So
And so
yeah.
now let me stop right here, because again, like, did I mention this at the beginning? Like, we don't really care about the names or anything
Yeah,
on
you
this, so
did.
ain't
Yeah.
nobody really trying. Like, don't come at me talking about something. Why you keep bringing up Trump?
That
You
boy was
trying
what?
to say he on it? I'm not saying none of that. Okay, I'm starved. I'm not saying none of that.
Mhm.
I'm just talking about it because he's the president of the United States of America, and he gets asked about this stuff. Okay, now back to what I was saying. So he would get asked about it. Like people just start asking about, like, you can't expect. So let me ask you this: if you keep telling me
Mhm.
something, or you say, "Yeah, I'm going to," yeah, I don't have no problem doing it. I'm going to release them when I get back into power, and then you get back into your position, and people really ain't not seeing movement towards that promise that you made. Yeah, people gonna start asking about it, and it was Republicans. We know the Democrats was asking about it because they, any chance they could take to
Right.
try to nail
Make it
him
back.
on
Yeah.
something or whatever. Yeah, they go, yeah,
Mhm.
why are you trying to hide it? They coming from that angle. Then the Republicans coming from the angle of, man, hey, go ahead and do it, man. Like we want justice done. For
Mhm.
all these young girls and things that was abused. Like we want justice done.
Mhm.
And it kind of looked like he was dragging his feet with it. And it was always, well, we can't do it because they're getting held up in court. Like the files getting held up in court. We really can't do it. We want to, but we can't. Or it would keep just getting kicked down the road with it, or Bondi would be like, I have the file sitting on my desk. I never forget. Remember when she said
Yeah.
that? I got the files and I got the list sitting right on my desk.
And then we
And
ain't get
wait
no
to get
client list.
reviewed.
She said, "Yeah, I had the list, the client, like the
Yeah, she said I
Epstein
had the list. And
list."
then
Right,
I
right,
will admit, she said I wasn't talking about a literal list. I meant the file. Okay, we'll give you
right.
that
Okay,
still.
okay, okay.
But then I was thinking, like, well, shoot, you had
Yeah,
what
because
you
they're saying
had,
it's
like
not a
four
list.
million page. You had 4 million
Yeah,
files on your desk.
man,
Like, what
bro.
it was on a thumb drive? Like, how that stuff work? Like, I'm thinking, you know what? I'm thinking like
Like old school, like here.
1960. Them boy come with one of the
Right.
little folders. Boy, be
Uh-huh.
like, bam, boy, here go the file, sir. No, I get what maybe that junk is on the thumb drive or drive or floppy
Mhm.
disk or something. I don't know what they be doing in them offices, man. All the people crazy. So okay, you got that. And then I remember they had the whole big rollout when they finally, I guess, okay, we got it, y'all. We getting ready to have a release. Boy, they did a little theatrical production, but when they had
Mhm.
that first release, this was last year sometime. And then remember they invited all the people to the White House to come and get these binders that was supposedly the files.
Mhm.
It was, I want to say it was like a little that little thick, that thick. They gave like selected people to come to the White House to get. You remember that? And they
Mhm.
were holding up the little binders, and I think it said I think it had something like Epstein file number 1 or something. But them boys were coming out there holding the little things up, but them boys
Uh-huh.
were happy. But they like, yeah, we got it. But we told you about to do it. We about to bring everything down, boy. We doing all this, that, and the third, boy. They came out there with their little binders, man, and it ended up being a whole lot of nothing.
Mhm.
So, all right, now we back to square one, right? And so people like,
Mhm.
nah, man. Then you started hearing voices in Congress that were like, nah, it's way more files than this.
Mhm.
And then the DOJ would start talking
Right.
about, well, we gotta wait for the New York office of the federal. What is it called? The New York office of the federal government, whatever they were doing out there in New York, where I think the case was originally Epstein case was originally prosecuted. I think
Mhm.
we gotta wait for them to get through. We gotta get it from them. They gotta get it in order. So all that stuff started going around, right? And then in the meantime, Trump was continuing to get asked about it. And
Mhm.
then that's when I'll never forget. This was many months ago. They asked about it again after he had just met with his department heads, right?
Mhm.
He had a staff meeting. And then one of the questions was, "Hey, Mr. President, what about the Jeffrey Epstein file?" And I kid you not, it was like when they asked him about that, like before that, he was talking like normal, like, "Yeah, and we doing this and this, and we're having great success with the economy." He was doing his usual thing, right? They asked that
Mhm.
boy about them files. Hey, look, I ain't saying nothing. I'm just saying it looked like that boy looked like the color went out his face. Like, oh man, I thought I was gonna be able to get in and out of here without them asking about it. And he just looked like his whole demeanor just looked to less sure of himself, less like he just was less. Now he just didn't look like he even wanted to be addressing it or dealing with it, man.
Mhm.
And like, look, he was a bad guy. Why are we still talking about this? Like, why there's nothing. I don't know why we still talking. And then I think Pam Bondi either um interjected like, Mr. President, I
Mhm.
can answer, or he passed it off to her, one of them two. And then that's when she said, you know, uh, he was a vile, despicable man. The little can line. He was a vile, despicable man who did horrendous things. And the only thing that are on those files is the child P word, you know what I'm saying? And it was just images. That's all it is. There's no list, there's nothing. That's all those files are. And that's it. And then that was the end of that. And so then you started hearing
Mm.
more voices. Yeah, she said that was that. I'm not lying to you. And so then you started hearing voices in Congress. It was like, nah, man, there's way more files than this. Like one of them on Thomas Massey. I think
Oh yeah,
Rand
I know
Paul
about
saying,
Thomas
yeah,
Massey.
boy,
Yeah.
Massey, yeah. Rand
Tom.
Paul. Hey, shout out to Thomas Massey. Hey, Thomas Massey, if you get this, man, hey, send me an email and connect with me, man, so we can talk, man. Hey, Thomas
Mhm.
Massey. Hey, get at me. And so
Mhm.
anyway, he was like, nah, it's more files. It's million more files. That ain't it. Nah, he wasn't letting that sleeping dog lie, boy. And then, that's when the president, started having things to say about Massey. Now he ain't really like Massey because Massey wasn't letting stuff,
Mhm.
he wasn't letting that stuff sleep. Like regardless of how you feel about him, they like to call him a rhino, even though he vote with the president like I don't know what it was, like 95, 96% of the time on stuff. Like how you figure the man around know him. Come on, y'all. Let's do better here. And so he
Mhm.
started saying things, a couple other people started saying things. I think you just mentioned MTG, Marjorie
Mhm.
Taylor
Yeah.
Greene. Hey, holla at us, Marjorie Taylor Greene. Hey, we right below you in Florida. Come holla at us, man. And so they started saying things, right? And
Mm-hmm.
he ain't really like that, so he would go and take it to his social media and start saying things about him, whatever. But so I really just got all that out to say to get to this point. So, and then at some point, the Congress was like, "Hey man, we about to draft this Epstein Transparency Act,
Mm-hmm.
and we go pass it so we could write it and have it written into law to get these files released because it was looking like they wasn't really doing it otherwise."
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And so they get signed into law. Trump's he was kind of going back and forth on that, you know, for
Mm-hmm.
whatever reason, and then eventually he signed it into law when they passed it. And so the DOJ had 30 days to release everything related to Epstein.
Right. Did they miss? They missed the deadline.
Yes. I think that was
Yeah.
signed into law on the 19th of November or maybe the 18th. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, please.
Mm-hmm.
And they had 30 days. So I think 12/19, December 19th was like the deadline. It they missed it. And now all of a sudden it was like, well, there's so many million pages of files. You didn't like how we go from I got the files sitting on my desk to it's millions of the things we got to go through. We got to have everything redacted. We don't want to, put the witnesses out there and cause them harm. Or we got to
Mm-hmm.
redact all this stuff. Like how did we get here? You see what I'm saying? Like
Should
all
have
of a
been
sudden,
prepared. Like
yeah. I
the
think
first
anybody,
thought of mine should be, hey, let's release everything just for the sake of transparency. Or, you know, if it's really did care about the victims, hey, let's redact some of this, whatnot, just release everything, just so the public can see everything.
yeah, yeah. So I don't
Um,
like, and so then
mm-hmm.
they did all that, and well, we got to do this. We got to make sure we ain't putting witness sensitive information out there. Then they dropped some stuff. They wasn't even everything that they dropped when they went past the deadline, and they had their little website up where they had all the different parts. You can go look at all the pictures. Then that's why all the pictures and thing. They had that boy Clinton all in that thing. Now I will say that name because
Right.
that's facts. I saw that
Yeah,
on the
Clint.
site myself.
Yeah, Michael Jackson.
Yeah, Clinton
Hee
and Jackson. Yeah, he that boy he was in there. Diana Ross I saw on the pictures.
Uh-huh.
It was a
Yeah.
picture. Now they wasn't. It was nothing showing them doing nothing crazy. Now,
Right.
Bill Clinton
Yeah,
was
Bill Clinton was in
that boy
in
was in
that
that pool,
boy.
boy. It wasn't Hillary in there with him. I'm gonna just say that there. And so, yeah, shoot, but nobody ain't trying to. Yeah. So anyway, let me go ahead, boy. I had to catch myself.
Mhm.
So, um, so they bought out all that, and then okay, I guess maybe they was like, that's all, you know. Then we find out after they was late with that, it was still more like millions of millions more
Mhm.
of pages. And so that's kind of where it is now. They just dropped the 3 million last week, I think it was,
Yeah.
and they
Yeah.
have more names, reported names in it, more accusations and things of people in it. Like I said, no, not really so much important to me about who in it. I don't care who in it. I just want whoever did something to the women and the young women. I just want them boys. I don't care what position in the world that they in. I don't care if it
Right.
involves and this thing does. If we talking about a worldwide trafficking ring of elites,
Mhm.
you know it has multiple people in high positions in multiple governments across the world involved. Bring them all down.
Cross functional.
Yeah, bring them
Yeah.
all down. I don't care.
Right.
But something that was telling in one of the responses was this
You
here.
didn't know you were going.
Yeah, one of the people was like, and I'm gonna just say, it's coming. It was coming from a lot of Republicans. Just two terrible arguments. Number
Mhm.
one, well, why weren't you asking? Why weren't you asking about the Biden? Biden had all the files, and I'm like, come on, man.
Man, I
Like,
hate when
how
they
do
do
I
that,
even
man.
respond to
I hate
that?
when they be like, "Hey, well, what about?"
Yeah,
Like, come
the
on,
what
bro.
about this? I'm like, I
Yeah,
don't
that's
look, man.
crazy, man.
Biden's not here now. That man somewhere in the basement somewhere, man, doing his thing. Like, why are we even talking about that? Or another response would be, um, you got TDS, or
Mm.
yeah, I'm not surprised that you would be asking about him. You know why they saying you're not surprised. And then the other thing they'll say, now, listen to this. The other thing they'll say, 'cause to me,
Yeah,
this response is most interesting.
this the craziest response.
They will admit it. Yes, they know that multiple powerful, high profile government people, celebrities, whatever famous rich people across the world have done these heinous things to these women and these young kids, these young women and these women. And if something was to be done about it, it would just completely rupture the whole fabric of society.
Mm-hmm.
So think about it, they admit it, but they don't want justice because they say it'll just tear down everything in the whole entire world and nothing will be stable. And so
Mm-hmm.
what would you say to that?
That's
Because I
that's
know that was interesting to you.
yeah, that's a horrible. Those three reasons that you named, that's the worst one to me, because it's like you acknowledging, hey, there's evil and corruption going on, but just for the sake of uh, uh, the status quo and having a normal, having that still here, you want to sweep it under the rug. That's crazy, man.
Yeah. You can't sit there and say you
Yeah,
the party of justice and
yeah,
doing what's right
man.
and
I sound
rule of
very
law.
democratic,
Yeah, come on,
I might
y'all.
say.
Let's be
So,
real for a minute. You can't posit yourself as the party of law and order,
hmm
the Constitution, doing what's right, protecting people, being good, honest citizens. When you make a statement like that, when you cool with that, with all that crime being committed
hmm
because you think it just had too much damage done.
right,
So you
yeah,
get that okay, that's what it is. Let's get back to the little small other things going on in the world. Let's get back to all these little distractions. I won't even say small. I take that back. I won't even say small, but let's get to other things going on, like the Georgia election fraud. You
right,
know,
yeah,
the little video your boy had posted True Social the other day,
right,
Trump.
right,
Yeah,
right.
with the little
Or even the
hash.
ice stuff,
Yeah,
man.
all the ice. Let's get back to
Yeah,
this. What's going on in Minnesota and then across the country with the ice,
right.
and let's get this. Let's talk about Greenland still and Iran. And, like, let's get to all these other little
And then you
these
got your all
things.
different subcategories. That's what I was talking about earlier, bro. We was talking. Get everybody worried about something else, man, and worried about their day to day life.
Master classes
So,
of um yeah, deflection.
right. So,
That's exactly what it is.
keep that fog around so you won't
Yep.
realize what's going on or
Make no mistake
question what's
about
going
it.
on.
This is the biggest thing that anybody with who is alive today has ever seen. Like, let's just say that there. Like, this is the biggest thing that anybody alive has seen.
hmm
This whole thing about this Epstein scandal. And I could just imagine sometimes them people in government places all across the world sit back and all they gotta do is just put out something and then people just go flocking to it.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
people are largely like sheep. Like, let's just be honest, man. Like, we are
hmm
largely like sheep.
Right. That's why they be doing all the tests and stuff, man. They
Yeah.
they, they know what make people go.
All you gotta do is like something is
Um,
going on over here, and all somebody gotta do is have a little pebble and throw a pebble over there, right? And then what everybody go do when the little pebble make a
they gonna
sound?
go
Like,
over there.
they go,
There
oh,
you go. Like got them.
and they start.
Yeah.
We talked about it before, the NPC thing. They get that little chip inserted in their head. They start use the same line. Man, I'm
hmm
telling you, I should have took notes on this jump, man. Like, whatever line that the current administration will come out with regarding Epstein, the majority of his supporters will say the same thing. And
hmm
then maybe it would change later. Then they will say the same thing. They was all for Epstein when he was campaigning on it. Then when he started talking about it's a Democrat hoax and all that, remember when he was talking about that? It's a Democrat hoax made up by the Democrat. All Most of his supporters started saying the same thing. Well, we kind of don't care that much no more. He said it's a Democrat hoax. Then he switched back to something else, and then they take that line.
Right. Yeah. There's no
We
critical
got to do
thinking.
better, man. Like, people really have to do better in large. Like they just
Mhm.
sit there and take things, and then they start parroting it without any kind of research on their
Mhm.
own, any kind of deep thinking, like you said, critical thinking on the
Right.
things. Like, wait a minute now, you just said something different a month ago. Like, what's different? Because to them, like they know if you start asking one question, then what's the number one thing you're gonna say? Oh, you're liberal, you're a rhino,
Right.
and all. I'm like,
And this here should really be a bipartisan thing, honestly. You know, just want
mm-hmm,
I want everything out
yeah,
and everything that we don't know make that known to us.
mm-hmm,
That's it.
mm-hmm.
Uh,
Like, really, it don't matter. Like, really, who own it? Like, ultimately, it's not like who cares who is on it. Like,
Right.
that's
But
where
when you got
I'm
all the
at with it.
but the people that's in control of all that either on one side or the other.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we kind of was talking about earlier, like a two-party solution. And, it's always going to be like ulterior motives and everything that's done.
Yep.
So that kind of take the honesty out of it,
Mm-hmm.
the genuineness.
Yep.
So I don't know,
I ain't
man.
gonna lie,
It's
man.
crazy.
Like,
Yeah, go ahead. I was
oh, you
thinking.
good?
Yeah,
You
yeah, yeah.
sure?
Yeah. I was
I ain't
thinking.
gonna lie, man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I ain't gonna lie. But you sure?
Yeah, I was just thinking out
Hold
loud, like, no, it's crazy. Go
forever,
ahead, go ahead.
hold your
Yeah,
peace,
yeah,
boy.
I'm good. Uh-huh.
All right, man. Like
Yeah.
you probably now we gonna stop it. You be like, I wish I would have said it.
Nah. I said it. I'm
Oh,
good.
well, what you finna repeat it?
I was saying something out loud. I was just thinking, man. It's crazy. Go ahead
Oh, okay.
though.
So now check this out. Now,
Uh-huh.
oh, see, I
No,
forgot. No,
man.
wait a minute. It's gonna come. Hold on. Oh yeah. So
Okay.
now I think this was it. This might be something else new just popped up. Like in the meantime. But look, so now with these files again now, and okay, the president just the other day said it's time, to move on from all that kind of stuff. He said, I saw it. It's time to move on. Let's go ahead on and it is what he was just a bad guy, nasty guy. Like, let's just
Mm-hmm.
move on. Okay, why is he saying that if you have investigation being open? We just saw it.
Right.
France is
Yeah.
opening an investigation. Go look at it. France is opening an investigation because somebody from involved with them was named. Um in the batch, and it
Mm-hmm.
was other country. It was one of the I think one of the
Mm,
Nordic countries.
Norway.
Yeah,
Nordic.
that sound
Yeah.
right. Let us know again which country it was for sure. But one of
Mm-hmm.
them countries they had an investigation too opening. So you got
Mm-hmm.
these places over the world that are dropping these are opening these investigations.
Mm-hmm.
So why do we need to move on then? Like how many
Right.
names of
No, we
Americans,
don't, man.
yeah,
It's probably some
was
stuff that
named?
we don't know still.
Yeah, they still got fired. They dropping them, and then they're gonna finally, or they say they're gonna get, because I don't trust them. But the
Mm-hmm.
DOJ say they go get the lawmakers the unredacted files. Like, shoot, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, why we can't get them?
Right. I kind
Like,
of take away the
yeah,
trust. The trust is
yeah,
weakened.
you see what I'm
Only
saying?
a few amount of people, can
However
see
many people up
the
there,
unredacted files, everything in there.
what
We'll
is
never
it?
see it.
It's
And
like,
if they can see it, are they gonna tell us anything that was in it? What
yeah.
was you know?
So you got 100
Mm,
senators, right?
mhm.
How many congressmen? I mean, how many
Yeah, I don't know.
reps? It's like 300. No, two something. So how many people is that total? Like over 300 something, right?
Hmm.
I guess they just them go get the unredacted files out of 350, 60, 70 million people in this country. See what I'm saying?
Right.
Like
Yeah.
what y'all trying to do up there? In that little what y'all trying to
Right.
do up there in the Capitol?
Who y'all trying
Yeah.
to protect?
Like what's going on here?
Right.
What is the meaning of this? You see what I'm saying? Like,
Hmm.
nah, man, hey,
Right.
hey, let us see him. Shoot, man. That's how I feel about it. But so I said all that just to say this. It has been handled very poorly, I would say, by the Trump administration. I'm just gonna be 100 with y'all. Y'all know I don't care. It's being
Hmm.
handled very poorly for reasons I have no idea of. You can make your own speculations. You I'm sure you have
Hmm.
your own thoughts about why it's that way and why it's tried to be making like it's something we need to move on from.
Right. Yeah, it got me thinking. My thing is, if it is truly something that we should move away from, let the public decide that. So you can release all that stuff, and if it's nothing, if it's a nothing burger, then we all move on collectively. And then
Yeah,
the consensus win at the end of the day. Just give us the transparency that the group of people make that decision, and that's the decision that people make collectively. Then move on.
yeah.
So
We'll be gone. Then
yeah,
then we can start talking about all the election frauds and all that stuff. Cause all that stuff at the
yeah,
end of the day, man, all that stuff is small potato. It's small. You know how them boys in
small
the movie,
fry,
they be like,
small
it's
fry.
small, yeah, small potato.
Hmm.
It's all small potatoes, man, compared to this thing here, boy. Maybe people, I guess, would care if they were relatives with
Right.
a woman that
Cause
was
I ain't gonna
done
lie,
to.
man. Man, look, I'm trying to find out everything, and I hope nothing bad happened to nobody that our family or nothing. And I know the people that's involved, man. You gonna
Yeah.
feel differently about stuff, man. You gonna want
Mm-hmm.
to know, man. You
When
gonna
that thing
find that
hit
stuff
home, you
yourself. And I
care,
ain't saying
boy.
I ain't advocating
Mm-hmm.
to be a vigilante or anything like that. But I'm just saying,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just making
When
a
that
point.
thing
So
hit home, it's a little
yeah,
different there, yeah.
right.
And then you
And
got all these stories about, missing girls and missing women
yeah,
and
that's a big thing,
trafficking. Man,
man.
I'm telling you, man, that
Yeah,
stuff,
it's always happens, man.
like, where
And that's
they at?
and that's a, and that's a in that underworld that's what's going on.
Yeah, like,
That's a
what's going
business,
on?
man.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
You got something else to say? Hey, I had just thought of something else.
I mean, we'll know some things, man. I don't know. Like I said, everything come to light. So
Mm-hmm.
whether it's in our lifetime, the Lord don't come back, we'll find out what happened.
Yeah, you don't, yeah, like, it's just crazy. So, like, I mean, so you got now you do have some voices in the Republican Party again. They kind of getting drowned out by the people saying they rhinos and all this. Then you got a lot of Republicans up there who they scared. They scared to go at Trump for fear of what might happen to them when they up for
Right?
reelection
Yeah.
and stuff like that. But you can't live your life like you can't live your life worried about what somebody else might say or do to you. Because if you a person of integrity, morals, and character, like you just stand there with that,
Right.
and whatever happens with it, it just happened.
Right.
But at least you didn't lose your integrity.
Right. You gonna do the right thing.
Yeah, no, and you still got your name, and at the end of the day, that's the most important thing. So when you got people up here who are compromising on their convictions or their morality or their character for sake of a figurehead or somebody who wields a lot of authority, they don't want to go at it because they want to stay in their position that they at. Man, you
Mhm.
just done lost your name, man. And you are somebody who you just a compromise on yourself, man. And you can't come back from that.
Right.
You can't come back from that. And that's why I got so much respect for Thomas Massey, bro. I really got a lot of respect for that man because, Trump said some things about him, his wife, all that there. But guess what? Massey still he holding where his convictions at. And
Hmm.
I can rock with somebody like that who holding with their convictions regardless of what somebody might say or do to them. That's just a
Right.
man
For
being a
sure.
man. Let's just be honest with
Yeah,
that.
it is. Yeah.
It's very cowardly for a man to sit there and just keep flip flopping on his convictions, depending upon what somebody else can do to him potentially.
Right.
Like how I can live like that. Like I can't live like that as a man, man.
For sure, man. You gotta stand on something, man. Like,
Yeah, you got to stand
shoot.
somewhere, man. Like it's
Hmm.
just crazy how that stuff going out there. But you got a lot of people. Of course, of course, the Democrats though they think the things go implicate Trump. That's all they worry about. They really
Yeah.
not truly worry about real victims of the thing, and they just
Hmm.
want to get him. They want to nail him. They've been trying to nail that boy since 2015, man.
Right.
When he put that R behind his name, that's when they started
Yeah, that's
trying
when
to
they're
come
trying to
at
get
that
him.
boy.
Because before then, everybody loved
They love
Trump,
that boy.
but
That boy was
yeah, for
in rap
sure, man.
songs and everything. Go
Right.
back
He
and
get
listen
shout
to it,
outs,
man.
yeah,
He was
all the
hanging
time.
with everybody,
Right.
all the black people up there and everything. They love that man. That man was
Hmm.
they were dropping his name in songs and everything. They love that
Hmm.
boy. But then all of a
And
sudden it
Republicans, boy,
changed,
yeah,
man. Yeah.
they changed stuff. So.
And so that's all the Democrats trying to do. They just trying, they figure like, hey, in this file here, We go get him. We finally got him. They've been trying to get him for the longest or
Right.
whatever. And depending on how you feel about that, that all might just be a bunch of dog and pony shows at the end of the day. But regardless, that's what they present.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I said all that, I guess, just to say we need another political party, man.
That and we was talking about that, man. But I don't think it's not ever gonna work in my opinion, because
Yeah,
they're not gonna let it work.
you got to
So
compromise. Like in order
uh,
to get to the position you are in this world, or I would say in this this world, but we Americans. So to get into positions of power, like a lot of people have, you have to do some things that will, how we said it, you have to do some things
you're
that will
gonna have to
just compromise
compromise,
you
right?
severely.
Yeah.
You got to give up something. And you could take that statement however it is you want to take it, but something got to be
Yeah. I
given
don't know
up.
what it is, but you're doing something.
You got to do
So
something to get up there.
yeah.
Like, you can't, like, just to be real, like, most of these people you see in the entertainment world, they can't sing. They really can't sing. They can't do nothing. They
Right.
look crazy.
Right.
Now, they put all that
A
stuff
lot
on to
of
make
stuff like
themselves look,
you make a good point though. Is like, is it really people talented like we?
they're
The
not.
people make it seem like they are, like their fans make it seem like they are.
They're not.
You can, especially like with the music stuff, people filtering the sounds
Yeah.
and adding effects to the sounds, not really your real voice. It ain't really like back in the day though. But anyway, I don't want to get on no tangent. But
No,
I know
you
what you're saying.
good. Yeah.
I know what you're saying though, man. It's like people in high places, it's like, hey, I can get you somewhere, man.
Yeah. You got to,
But you gotta do
compromise
X, Y,
yourself.
Z for me,
You got
man.
to
I
do
got
this
you, my
here.
boy. I
You
know
got
such
to
and so.
get into
We're
this.
gonna get
Yep.
you here, man.
Mm-hmm.
And then they end up being corrupted, and then if they get hot, they gonna do the same thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, and it's a different
Mm-hmm.
type of world, man. It's
It's a
a
world with
different
dirt
type of
on
standards,
everybody got
laws.
dirt on
Yeah,
themselves. Everybody got
yeah,
dirt on themselves, so nobody ain't gonna say nothing. They just keep living in this world and presenting to you that they the beacons of morality. And people just eat it up. Same thing with politicians. Like, come on. Like, you were saying in certain places, something compromising somewhere, man. Something getting compromised somewhere, man. I feel like that about politics too. It's the same exact thing, man. To get into position of power in this corrupted society and country and structure and how they got things set up, like a regular person, like really, let's just say they might even start out that way, but if they continue to go up, boy,
right.
something, boy,
Yeah, they'll mess with you, man. As long as
you done did
if you
something,
don't pay,
boy.
if you on board with what we got going on, cool.
So I'm gonna just say that
So
people with
yeah,
no dirt on their name probably not gonna get to that. Probably really not gonna get to that. Because you can't be the one person with no dirt on their name in the world where
right.
everybody got something on their
And
name.
if
Come
you
on,
is,
man.
they gonna get rid of you.
Yeah, come on
So
now. Yeah,
and make sure they get rid of you. Make you
yeah.
seem like you're crazy or something
Like they
like
did
that. So
that boy in '63,
yeah,
boy, 1963 in Dallas.
what that
Come
is?
on, man. History,
1963,
man.
man. Dallas. Oh,
I need the Jeopardy music on this one. Okay, this might help you. 1963 in Dallas. We literally just said something about this, man.
man.
Like
This.
before we press that button, that boy, like they gonna get you out of there. They
Oh,
gonna
yeah, 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 oh,
unalive
yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah. Oh, for sure. I know
They
what you're
gonna
talking about. Yeah.
unalive you.
Uh-huh.
63. Who I'm talking about
The
then?
president.
Yeah.
Yeah, the president.
That boy, he was saying things
Uh-huh.
about the CIA, I think it was. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That boy started talking about all kind of stuff. But
Oh,
the
for
boy like,
sure.
oh, this one right here trying to rebel, trying to put,
Right.
trying
Yeah.
to get him up out of there. Then his brother.
Right.
Remember
But
that?
they don't like them boys,
Then his
man.
brother. Then his son.
They ain't want. Hey, Biden have
His
said
son
no.
crashed. I think that was, wait, was that his son?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
Kennedy Jr. The
And
son.
then RFK no
His
so
brother, yep.
no they won't give him no security.
Now you
Yeah.
talking about RFK
RFK
Jr.
Jr.
Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah.
His nephew.
Nephew,
Yep. So man, listen, man. I just say in other words, you can't try to unattach yourself from the matrix. Or you can't just be outside of the matrix and get to that. They can't have you be the one, boy. You clean, You ain't got nothing on your name. You are who you say you are. You ain't got nothing that nobody can put on you. You're not gonna get there. And by the chance that you do get there, you just slip through their little cracks. You either gonna have to give up something on yourself, or they go get you out of
And you gotta ride bulletproof.
there. I just don't like. I don't. Nah, man. I can't compromise on my principles, man.
Right.
Like my name. At the end of the day, my name is all I got.
For sure.
Like I can't. Once you take that away, man, what you gonna do, man? You have been emasculated
Mm-hmm.
as a man. You can't come back from that. You
Mm-hmm.
did it. You just can't come back from it.
Right. For
So
sure.
yeah, it's a lot of people
And
in the
some stuff you
public.
gotta go to war about, man. Some stuff you really
Mhm.
believe, something you'll die about certain stuff that you believe in, man.
Yep, and that's facts.
That's
All the
what. Shout out
time.
Barlene. She don't understand that. I was talking to Mom. She don't know about being a man. Sometimes you gotta die for what you believe in, my
You
man.
do. Yeah,
I'm trying to tell you, Mom.
you do. You got to stand where you at, boy, and that's that.
Mm-hmm.
And so, a lot of people in the public still talking about it, how they been handling it, the lack of seeing like motivation to want to get to the root of all the corruption and all the people
Yeah, the root is
involved.
the main thing, really. Like,
Hmm
who's the main perpetrators?
It's like
That's
we
it.
said, like, but at the end of the day, maybe we crazy because we expecting the government to investigate themselves.
Man, like I was telling you, bro. That's what I was saying, bro.
Yeah,
It's like make you indifferent, man. It's
yeah,
like, man, what at the end of the day, what can you do, man?
yeah.
And I promise you, I'm always a glass half full guy.
Mm-hmm.
But this stuff here, man, they so powerful. They didn't got to these certain point, man. What can you do?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's a good segue, actually,
The
though.
only way it can work, man, but it'll never happen that everybody come together, man. Be like, man,
Mm-hmm.
whoa, but
Hey,
that
man,
ain't gonna
yeah.
happen.
Everybody had one
So
voice. Yeah, no,
yeah,
that's
that
not
ain't
gonna
gonna
happen.
happen. So
There's too many sheep.
right,
Too many sheep who just go follow
and then
what
that
they
ain't
candidate
supposed to
say.
happen, really.
Mm-hmm.
So
Whatever they candidate say, that's what they going with. But the boys like robots on the real though.
yeah.
On the cool, they like robots, boy.
Mhm.
So now you did mention it though, like we probably both agree, like ultimately you never go see justice. Like this thing so big, you're not go see justice on this side. It's just too much at stake.
Mhm.
It's just too much at stake. And they gonna keep doing little small things to make people think it's on the way. Like
Right,
we got Don Lemon, guys. Okay, you got
right.
Don Lemon. And then he just got they let him out. Like,
Mhm.
he gotta go through the court process, go through the trial and all that. And we got Don Lemon. We've also got a couple more people who involved. They're doing little small little things to try to make people think, hey, boy, this GOJ is doing a thing. Yeah, boy, we told you justice coming. I've been hearing that for I don't know how many years, man.
Mhm. But it just
Like
caught some
nobody really
dude.
cares about
They said
Don
what
Lemon,
some white
man.
guy was the American Pablo uh Escobar. What's that dude name?
Oh, talking about the one that just
El
was like
Chapo.
yesterday.
Yeah, yeah. They
Yeah,
had
they were.
got
I
that
saw
boy.
them standing up there doing something.
Yeah, they got that boy.
Yeah, yeah, I saw them up there. Bondi was talking in
Mhm.
Patel and Pyro,
They get
Judge Pyro
everybody, and
Janine.
then they get everybody else. But
Yeah, they be out there, but they be posted out looking like they demanding a ransom up there. We said that we will not stand for any illegal activities. We will hunt you down. Okay, all right.
right.
Let me know when you stand out there when them people mess with them women and them young ladies in powerful position area. We'll do our thing. We'll believe what you say. Now, but you said it though, justice. Now we go tie this up. So we both will probably agree, for this, justice really not ultimately gonna come. But as Christians, how we look at it as far as justice.
Man, as far as justice, I mean, you can pray for justice, and if it's in God's plan that those people be revealed and then it happen.
Yeah.
But ultimately, if it don't happen in this life, then God will judge them
Mm-hmm.
in eternity. So
Yep. Vengeance is
yeah,
his, right?
right. So
Vengeance is the
you
Lord's,
never get
he
away,
will
man.
repay.
Right.
Yep.
So
And we live with people peaceably,
mhm,
as much as it is in our power to lead peaceably with all men.
right.
And we know ultimately justice, God will administer justice. Like they will
Hmm.
be held accountable for their actions when they stand before the Lord Christ. So
Right.
like we
Yep.
understand that. So
Sure.
we want y'all to know that we are coming from that ultimately, but because we are Christians, we do desire for justice. Like
Right.
it's like
Yeah.
he has made us to be that way. We do desire for justice because that is a reflection of him. And to be indifferent towards things of injustice and claim to be a Christian, you might need to check that mentality. You might need to check that attitude. Like, why are you indifferent
Right.
or want to
Yeah.
move away from things where injustices has occurred and you claim to be a Christian? Like, how? How so?
Hmm.
Like, just because we understand that ultimately God will bring those people to justice who've done these things, that doesn't stop us. We can't just detach ourselves from the reality of,
Right.
hey, we
Yeah.
still, we still want to see it here. And again, like we said earlier, like if it was
Hmm.
a loved one or a close person involved in that, like with that mentality, still be saying,
Right.
well, we're not worried
You're
about the
gonna do
person who
your
did
own
nothing to us.
investigation.
Yeah, we're not gonna do
So
nothing. Worry about the person who did something to my daughter or my niece or sister or whatever. We know ultimately God to do. So we don't care. Don't worry about looking for him, police. I don't know nobody to do that.
right.
You got anything else you want to add?
That's a great point. That's a great point. It's kind of like saying, you don't spread the gospel because God know who the elect
The
is.
elect, oh
Same
yeah, and
thing.
that they'll
So
eventually
yeah,
come or whatever.
same
Yeah.
thing. Kind of.
Yeah, so at the end of the day, we do get that, we understand that. But at the same time, man, look, I just want to leave y'all with this here. Listen, just because your person has your preferred letter behind their name or RD, they are still accountable to you.
Right.
Okay.
For sure.
And when they put out
Yeah.
some line or talking point or try to push a certain narrative, don't just swallow it whole. We got to get from where we're sitting there just being so party driven, man. Because
Hmm.
a lot of these people who have those letters behind their name aren't truly what they are. You
Hmm.
know, they aren't truly what they are. And if you are saying that you're a conservative, just because somebody has an R behind their name, it's a good chance they might not really be that way. And if you were a Democrat or independent or whatever the case may be, like same thing go for y'all. You know, but we got to get out of the mentality that we're thinking and where because we question things or ask questions, we either disgruntled or we not truly what we saying we are.
Hmm.
Like I would love to have people around who would just do that and not just
Hmm.
asking questions for the sake of asking questions or questioning narratives just for the sake of questioning narratives. But if something don't make sense, it just don't make sense, man. Like period. If something is like, man, wait a minute, what you saying this, that, but you were just saying
Hmm.
this the other day. You were just saying that the other day. Like if it don't make sense, it don't make sense. And you are not disgruntled, or you are not just a rabble rouser because you were trying to get to what the truth is. You just a person who want to know the truth. That's it. That's all. So if you stuck in here with us today through this episode, make sure you like and subscribe to the podcast one more time, man. Stop listening to us talk. You over somewhere ducked off and you listening to us talk and you doing like this, you got your ear to the conversation. Now, if I see you doing it, I might just thump you on your ear and tell you to stop doing that. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe. Share it around to your people, man. This is how we really coming. Like we got a lot of topics we got on deck, man. We coming with some things. We could be talking about it. People might be feeling a certain kind of way about it, but that's cool. You can feel a certain kind of way about it. Go ahead and like and subscribe while you feeling a certain way about it. We gonna see y'all next time on the Rocket Chair Chronicles. I don't know what we gonna be talking about yet. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, my bad. Cryptocurrency next week. Lil Stu gonna be
I was about that
having
Bitcoin.
a
It dropped.
Bitcoin
So y'all
class,
buy that.
man. Beginner's class. So listen, I'm telling y'all, it's gonna be full of good stuff, man. I'm gonna be sitting here learning at his feet, man. Cause this is the thing he been telling me about it for a while, man. So I'm gonna be sitting there listening to him, picking up little tips and hints. Y'all need to tune in, pick up little tips and hints from Lil Stu, man. We'll see y'all next time on the Rocket
All
Chair
right, y'all.
Chronicles, boy.
Peace.
Thank y'all for joining in. We out. It's your boy Shun and Stu. Appreciate it. Mwah, we love y'all.